Hello everyone, this is Aditya, you're watching Deets World, and in today's video I'm going to explain you how to properly buy a second-hand bike. Like how to actually, like there are so many steps, so how to properly buy a used or a second-hand bike. It's not just you go pay money and you get the bike. There are a lot of steps involved and there are a lot of technicalities involved. Let me help you get the perfect bike you want. So buying a second-hand used bike has four main steps. Now, step number one is, what do you want? What is it that you want to buy? Now when you buy a bike, there are a lot of bikes. Now as in cars, there is an SUV, there is a hatchback, there is a mini. Now buying a bike has two implications. What are the CCs and which type of the bike you want to buy? When it comes to CCs, it depends on what is your previous riding experience. If you have ridden a KTM RC200, it is suggestible that you buy a KTM RC390 or like a 400cc bike, because a 200 to 400 jump is understandable, but a 200 to 600 jump may be a bit too much for a beginner, because the power really kicks in, and when it kicks in, a beginner cannot handle the power. That you make logical jumps in your CCs. From a 200 to a 400, a 400 to a 600. Now from a 600, there is no like 800, 900 category. So there's like 900 and then 1000. So that depends on you. The first thing is CCs. What CC bike do you want to buy? So for example, I'm going to take the Kawasaki Z900. So the whole video will be revolving around me actually going to purchase a second-hand Kawasaki Z900. My CC, I've got the answer for CC. I want a 900cc bike. Type is street naked. Okay, now I know what I want to buy. Now the step doesn't really end there. Now this is what you actually plan for. Now outside in the market, you might not even get a Kawasaki Z900, so we need to make a plan B as well. Now in this plan B, you need to actually select not the same bike, but a different genre of biking altogether. Fully fed markets, you might only find like 2 to 3 bikes, which are CCs wise. These bikes range in 650 to 1000, and the type is fully fed. Now I know what bike I want to buy. It can be a Ninja 650 or a Ninja 1000 or a ZX 6R or a ZX 10R. So these are the fully fed options that I need to keep open in my mind. So this is my plan A. This is my plan B. So now you know what do you want to buy. The second step is, where do you want to buy it from? So this is step one. It is completed. Congratulations, you have a clear mind and clear thought. What do you want to buy? Now where do you want to buy it from is step number 2. Second part is, where do you want to buy it from? Now this step involves 3 subcategories. Now these subcategories are, number 1 is friends and family. Number 2 is OLX or classy fields. This can be OLX, or it can be quicker, or it can be any other classy fields. Number 3 is markets. Example for market is Ramkot here in Hyderabad. That is like the biggest market for bikes. Second step is, where do you want to buy a bike from? Now is it friends or family, or is it OLX or quicker, or is it the markets? Now what happens in this second step is, where you buy it from really makes a difference on the third and the fourth step. First category is friends and family. Suppose you have a cousin brother or your uncle or your uncle's friend who actually has a bike. Now these comes under friends and family. When you buy something from your friends and family, if the deal goes wrong, or if the deal doesn't go as well, or if the bike you buy is not proper, the relationship you have with your family, you have with your friend also gets affected. So this is really like a sensitive issue. So properly research about this. Okay, just try it, but my suggestion is don't take it from them. This is scratched out in my opinion. If you differ, congratulations. Second is OLX and quicker. Now this is not sensitive. This is a bit fishy. The quotes which you see here are, it's in mint condition, don't spend a rupee on it, just take the bike and go. Third thing is, hardly ridden. This bike is hardly ridden, or the emotion game is doctor owned or never ridden. Brand new. Now, if you are coming across these phrases in the description box, there is something fishy, because a bike cannot be in the mintest condition. If it is in the mintest condition, why are you selling it? For money? Yes, I'm selling my bike for money, so it could be in a mint condition. Doctor owned, man, doctor is a human as well. He can do accidents as well. Never ridden or hardly ridden, the kilometers or the auto clock will tell you if it's hardly ridden or hardly ridden. Mint condition, don't spend a rupee. You always have to spend money on the buy bike, okay? So don't get to this. Second is OLX and quicker. Now, when you are doing this OLX and quicker things, make sure that you have multiple options open. Just don't get emotionally attached to one bike and go talk about it and buy the bike. So keep options open here. Keep this as your option number one. Second thing is markets. Now, Ramkot. Now, in this market, nobody tells everything. Nobody tells you everything. There is always something hidden about the bike. Maybe there has been engine work done. Maybe the tires are gone. Maybe the bike had issues. It has been crashed. The battery is not working. The alloys are cracked. The handle is bent. The engine has not been serviced well. The fork is bent. The DRLs are cracked. The horn is not working. The headlight is not working. The seats have been changed. The ECU has been tuned. Something has been done to this bike. So in Ramkot, when bikes come, they are not in the neatest of condition, but when you buy a bike from Ramkot, you get a best price. You can bargain a lot here. I mean, if the bike is for 1 lakh, you can bring it down to 60k or 70k easy if you have good bargaining skills. And when you get the bike in 60 to 70 range, you can actually spend the money back and you can restore the bike. So now I know I want to buy a Z900 and I want to buy it from OLX or the market. So first I go to the markets, because I can actually filter this option, and if there are no bikes in the market, I'm just going to strike off the markets. Now there is OLX and quicker. So you know what you want to buy, where you want to buy it from. Third is actually seeing the bike what you are going to buy. Third is, I call this step pre-how. Now what is pre-how is, the next step is how do you want to buy it. So this is how do you want to buy it. Now pre-how is the step before how. Now in the pre-how step, there are sub-steps which actually tell you the inspection about the bike. Pre-how is, why do you want to buy this bike. Now what, where, why, and tell me a reason. A pre-how, why should I buy this bike. Now when you go and inspect your bike, there are a lot of things that you have to check and keep in mind. So there are two things when you check in bike: interior and the exterior. In the interior, there is things called engine. Now this is an important part. If you feel, if you see, if the guy tells you that the engine has been rebuilt, there has been something done to the engine had some work done, or there's something, people don't actually tell this, but if he's so generous and honest, if he tells you this, you need to spend money on that bike, and that number will be huge. Interior, the easiest step I tell you is take the bike to the showroom. The showroom check. Now if there is a person, the seller, who is stopping you or telling you that you get your mechanic, or I'll help you with my mechanic to check the bike, just leave the bike and walk away. Because if the person is not even letting you take the bike to the showroom or check the showroom records, there is something wrong with the bike. And if a person who owns like a Superbike and is not getting it showroom checked or like showroom serviced, just walk away, man. Just walk away. Showroom check. Now how do you actually approach the showroom and tell them that I'm buying this bike? You don't tell them that you're buying the bike. You tell them that I wanna service the bike. My servicing is due. Or you take the bike in and tell, are there any faults with this bike? I need to get the bike checked. Now what they do is, there is an OBD port. They'll check the ECU. They'll check the engine oil temper. They check the engine oil. They'll check the coolant level. They'll check for anything internals broken or any cables broken. If the fork is aligned well, are the brake pads well, the tires are good to go. And if there's something missing or broken in the bike, the showroom will tell you about the interiors. Now about the exteriors. You need to always spend money on tires, battery, and insurance. I'm gonna change my pen. You need to always spend money on tires, battery, and insurance. So the exterior is, you need to always change the tires of the bike. For the safe side, you need to actually change the battery as well. Insurance, if there is insurance on the bike, you're good to go, but if it's not, keep some money spare for the insurance as well. So this is the pre-house step. Now you need to check each and everything in the pre-house step before coming to the house step. If the house step and the deal that doesn't go well, keep your options open for the pre-house step and not for the where, because when you are here and you come here, it's one step, but if you come here again, it's 2 steps, and then you are frustrated. And people have actually not bought bikes due to they have been coming to the second step over and over and over and over again. So keep your options open in the pre-house step itself. Step 2, step 3. This is the step 4. Now in the step 3, you need to check each and everything about the bike. Indicator is working. What is the odometer? When was the bike serviced last? Which oil hasn't put during the servicing of the bike? And is the chain cleaned? Is the chain regularly lubed? And are there any accessories he's actually serving the bike? Is the exhaust changed? Exhaust is a big step. If there is an aftermarket exhaust with the bike, be it Akropovich, SC Project, Leowins, Two Brothers, any exhaust, is the bike tuned? If the bike is not tuned and there is an aftermarket exhaust, a full system, you need to spend money on the bike. And this number is actually big. So when there is an aftermarket exhaust and if it's not tuned, this cost is to be bared by the buyer. This number can range from 20,000 to 30,000. You need to check every part. There is cash, there is check, or there is financing. Now you know the perfect bike you want to buy. You are satisfied with the seller. Everything is saying. You actually physically inspected the bike. You actually did like a couple of rounds on the bike, so you have the test drive. Now you have the confidence and you have made up your mind that I want to buy this bike. What happens to the price? Now Z900. Now how do you find the actual price that you want to buy for the bike? A simple tip I'm giving to you. Go to any insurance site that is Acno or somewhere. There you put the model of the bike, the name of the bike, and the year it was bought, and the year it was insured. Now when you do this in the nil dip feature, it'll actually show you, if you do a full nil dip on this bike, it'll actually tell you the value, the current value of the bike. This is one way you can find out the current value of this bike. Now if I were to buy a 2017 or a 2018 Kawasaki Z900, it would be around 6 lakhs 20 to around 6 lakhs, around figure. This is one way. Second way is you use your approximation. Now what budget do you have in your mind if the bike fits in your budget? If it doesn't fit in your budget, you ask the seller to come down, or you negotiate. You always negotiate. Never buy the bike at the first number he's selling you from. Kawasaki Z900, brand new, mint condition, single owner owned, no accident, nothing crashed, 7 lakhs. You tell him 650 is my last offer, he'll come down to 650. If you can get it for 620 or 630, superb deal. Gaadi leo aur jao wahan se. Cash. Now in cash, what happens is, since you're paying cash and you're paying table cash, you can actually get down the value by 2 to 5%. What I mean by this is, if the bike is supposed to be valued at 6 lakhs 20,000, I can help you to get this bike down to 6 lakhs. Now how do you do this? You use terms such as, I'm giving you table cash, I'm giving it to you right now. And I'm giving it to you right now. It's full cash, so you don't have to go to the bank. Now why will he come down 20,000 is because he's getting cash right now, and cash is king. When you give someone cash on the spot, they actually come down. There's something called a cash discount. This happens in businesses as well. So when you do cash, and if the bike was 6,20,000, discount of 6 lakhs, you save 20,000, and that 20,000 you have to reinvest in the bike. And I'll tell you why do you have to reinvest that money into your bike again. When you're paying check or bank transfer, he will not negotiate with you. So keep it less of check and bank and keep it more of like hand to cash and cash to cash. Now cash being white, I'm not telling black deals, white cash, pure cash from one person to another. Financing. Now what happens in financing? There are two types of financing. A bank will give you finance on a second-hand bike as well. Yes, a bank can finance a second-hand bike as well. They only need collateral and they only need the papers, and they can give you money. Now, one is bank, and this step will take a lot of time. Second is private financiers. They will actually value your bike, and they will not give you 100%. They will just cover 40 to 50% of the amount. Majorly, they'll got 60% because you have to put some money as well. If you have 5 lakhs in your hand and if you want 1 lakh finance, that can be done. If you have 3 lakhs in your hand and if you want 350 finance, नहीं होता भाई, कोई भी नहीं देता इतने ज़्यादा पैसे. Third is financing, and when it comes to financing, you cannot even ask for discounts here. Sorry my friend, you have to pay the full amount. So this is how you actually buy a proper second-hand bike. I hope you really like this video, and if you like it, hit that like button and comment down in the comment box below if I missed any point, so I'll make an updated video about this. And third thing is, share this video with everyone who is about to buy a bike, because I see a lot of people that go into the market and buy second-hand bikes, like my own friends, and they don't really know that this is all what happens behind the story. This go and they and like take all my money, give me the bike, take all my money. So this is what happens behind the picture. This is really important. So these are all the important steps, and there are more steps. I've just made a simple video about it. So I really like this video, and then if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you already subscribed, thanks for watching. This is Aditya, you're watching Deets World, and bye, take care. I'll see you in the next video.